Sebastian for the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I am joined by.
This is Jack, and
I'm Adrian, and we're from Spires.
Yes.
It's an absolute pleasure to speak to you today. I've been really lucky enough to have the stream of the new album for a few weeks now. I think it's fantastic. I love it so much. It's intriguing.
Yay.
Thank you.
Intriguing. It's got twists and turns. It's completely addictive. And I'd say probably my favourite album so far of the year, if not for the year. It doesn't get released until June the 21st. So how impatient are you guys waiting now for it to get done?
Well, I mean, we have it. We can listen to it whenever we want. So no, it's. I'm really looking forward to getting the full thing out there so people can experience it from top to bottom. And it was such an intense album to make. It's such an intense album emotionally. So hopefully the reaction is just as intense from everybody.
I'm absolutely sure it will be. I mean, how pleased are you then with the feedback received so far to the singles that you've released and videos?
Yeah, totally. It's pretty obvious that the touring that we did for the last album cycle got us some new fans, because there are people that hadn't caught on yet that we cover a lot of ground musically. The first single dropped and I was seeing comments like, oh, are they getting rid of all the screams? Are they only doing this stuff now? And then
we're like, no,
we're like, we have this figured out. Next one is going to be a ripper. So that's usually some of my favorite parts, is drop the first single and see,
who doesn't know yet. And then the second one, surprise! It's everything you expected, except not.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I mean, I've only really just started getting into you, and I've gone and got all your back catalogue, man. I love it. Fantastic. I'm hoping we'll go on to tours in a bit, but actually we'll go to it now. You're not playing in the UK, are you? You're playing Europe, but not UK.
Listen, we love playing the UK. I lived there for 5 years.
Yeah.
It's always a blast. We were there last year.
Right.
And we always want to go back.
Okay.
So tell your wife, tell your friends, tell your kids. I don't know. Tell whoever will listen.
Tell your booking agents.
Yeah, most of all, tell your booking agents.
Yeah. Where we go on tour right now is very much determined by offers that we get from bands to do, support tours and stuff like that. And, we're not really at the level where we can pull off headlining shows in a big way in other countries and stuff. So usually the tours are sent to us. Here is the routing. Are you available or not? And we say yes or no. We can't really say like, can we go to the UK or can we go here? But as soon as we can do that, we are going to be all over the place.
That's right. Yeah, tell your friends and bands too, because sometimes that's how we get the offers.
I'm going to eat all your fish and chips. That's right. There's no chance.
I'm going to go to every single Weatherspoons. I'm gonna buy everything from every Primark. No.
Okay, right, so back to the album. Can you tell us a little bit about the video for Architect of Creation? Where was that filmed? It's amazing, and your vocals are like killer. And the first time I listened to that, it sent chills through me.
Oh, thanks. It was filmed in Montreal.
Yeah. A few different locations. There was a studio location in Montreal, and then we did a lot of stuff outside on a horse farm in the freezing cold.
Yeah, it looks cold.
Yeah, in between all those shots of like Adrian running in the woods and stuff, Peter and I were there with like jackets and hand warmers like stuffed into all of our stuff, and like we would run up and like make an egg.
Yeah, they literally like huddled over me.
Yeah, in between takes while they checked the cameras and the framing and stuff. And
it
was a full team effort.
Yeah, but
it came out really amazing. I think they're some of the best videos we've done so far.
Yeah.
Chris Kells and his team are just fantastic.
Yeah, we were super lucky to work with them. He was an incredible director. Really, like the whole team of like video people were super nice. Really like nice, positive vibes for like some of the hardest days of the year, I would say. I mean, the day that we were filming, where I was like on the cross, I think that day it was 0 Fahrenheit, which is I think minus 15, 16 Celsius. That was fucking cold.
That is really cold. That is really cold.
It was dangerous how cold it was.
Yeah.
And like we were crawling through the snow and shit.
Yeah, and I was wearing like a robe and body paint.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's insane. That's absolutely
Yeah.
insane. But yeah,
It's
it's
cool.
killer. Absolutely. Okay, so can you tell us if you're going to be releasing any more tracks before release date? Or is that it now?
Yes, we will.
Is it going to be the second track?
Is it going to be the second track? Which one is it actually?
The last one.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure when this will air and if we can drop titles or anything yet.
But exactly, that's why
But
I was being very careful. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But the track list is already up.
Yeah, the track list
It is,
out.
isn't it? But I was just wasn't sure.
Yeah, well, it won't be too long, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. So, of course, all of the tracks will be your babies. You're going to be sick of this question, but which would you say is your favorite song on the album today and why?
You
Ooh,
first.
Today. Thank you for adding today. This is a good
different
qualifier.
every day.
Yeah. My favorite a lot of the days is the ballad, The Emerald Necklace, which is like I think just one of the coolest things that we've done as far as ballads go. And I mixed the album this time around. I always kind of have a big hand in the recording, but I did the full production from start to finish this time.
Right.
And that song I approached completely differently than any other track on the album. And it was just a lot of fun for me to work on and, flex some different tools and techniques. And I think it came out really great. So that's my answer for today.
Okay.
That's a good one. I have 3 today.
All right, go on then.
I really like The Old Heart of Being Left Behind. I really like Love Souvenir, and I really like I can never remember Songs Upon Weinstein Tongues.
The first
That's
song.
my favorite.
Yep.
That's my favorite. That's the second track. Yeah, I love that song.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fantastic. That's one I keep going back to all the time. Absolutely. The generic questions are nearly finished, right? So we get a bit better.
Wonderful.
Can you tell us a little bit about the album artwork, and do you plan to have it framed at home, like behind you? That's it.
Oh, that would be very cool, actually. I don't know.
Yeah.
The artwork was done by, I hope I'm not going to mispronounce his name. Tomas Valima. Tomas, if you're watching, sorry for fucking up your name, but fantastic artist out of Finland. He's done a lot of great work for a lot of great bands.
Also our last album.
Yeah, he did the artwork for Gods of Debauchery as well, and it was cool. Well, maybe not cool for him, but this time we were on kind of a deadline in a big way if we wanted to get the first single out for the European tour. And he was just on it every day, like making revisions for us, tweaking little things, adding other cool ideas. It was just, I was so impressed with his work this time around.
Yeah.
We don't have a physical copy of the art, but we are printing like big format flags with the pre-order campaign for the album. So you can get one, frame it at home. Anybody watching,
Brilliant.
get one. I think
That
it would be
sounds
cool to commission giant prints of the album covers at some point for my studio. I've been thinking about that.
That would be fun.
Right now I have the vinyls on the walls, and I'm looking forward to adding to that. But I do think that would be a really cool idea. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
No worries, man. Another idea that, well, it's not really an idea or new, but some bands like now with their lyrics and everything, they'll just sell like a limited amount of the lyrics you've actually written. And thought about doing that. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, you did that for the first album, right?
That's true,
Hand wrote out a bunch of the lyrics for the pre-order.
Yeah, that was
Some bands sort of started doing it and they've stopped, and I just thought it might be cool. Hint, hint.
Yeah, I think a lot of people start doing it and then realize, damn, this takes so much time.
Yeah.
And then as we did it for the first album because we had as long as we want to get that out. There's not really a lot of pressure there. But as soon as we got busier and, individually got busier and there are deadlines and stuff, it's, something that takes like a week and a half of writing stuff by hands to do lyric sheets. It's just so intense. So
right.
as much as we would love to take the time to do like every cool thing like that, it's usually triage of what we can actually get done.
Yeah, understand that totally. All right, and so talking about hitting the road, I see you going to Japan? Is that right? That's going to be amazing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is it the first time?
Yeah, first time. At least some of us have toured in Japan before, but first time with Spires.
Right. So you're just going to get a total rock star treatment over there. It's going to be amazing for you.
Not exactly. It's actually a really unique situation. We've partnered with the guys from Lords of the Trident, another great power metal band, and I believe Ty, the main guy, and his wife both speak Japanese, went to school for Japanese, and so they love Japanese culture, have traveled over there. Mm-hmm. They partnered with some kind of agency over in Japan to do a fan experience. So we're actually bringing 40 fans with us from all around the world to do a very curated like tourist day and then the shows at night for the entire trip. So we're going to be bringing people with us and hanging out with, great group of people, seeing attractions together, eating great food together, and then favorite. Getting to go to shows. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I wouldn't say the shows are secondary. It's very
whenever I do interviews, she has to make an appearance. She's not stayed very long this time, but yeah.
That needs to be the thumbnail for the interview.
Yeah, it's like, cat! And you're like, what the fuck?
Because if I she'll meow. So she does make appearances quite often, usually showing her bum. So at least she didn't get
great.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That means you like this, right?
I don't know.
I think that means you like Anyway.
Right. Anyway, okay. So, what's the most bizarre thing then you've discovered about each other while you've been out on the road?
About each other?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I can say a slightly embarrassing one about myself.
Okay.
As I'm falling, I have like lifelong issues going to sleep. This is just, maybe since the last, how old am I? 17 years. Right. And so when I'm finally able to go to sleep, I'm like fucking dead. But as I'm like in between like awake and asleep, there's that period where you're like drifting in the gray. Mm-hmm. And I think I make these very weird vocal spasms. Like some people like physically spasm, but I go, ah! And I have to like explain this to every single person that I share a room with. Am like in the bunk next to you, above or below or whatever. Like nothing weird is happening. I'm just trying to go to. It's weird that I'm able to go to sleep, but if you hear in the middle of the night, it's fine.
Right.
That's something that's just embarrassing about me. What about you? What have you discovered?
I don't know. I mean, there's all the little things like you discover who puts the toilet paper roll on the wrong way. And,
none of us, by the way.
Yeah,
we all do it correctly.
I don't think there's anything like super weird or embarrassing, especially because the three of us have at least known each other for like 10 years. Mm-hmm. So we know where all the skeletons are in the closets.
That's definitely true. I think I was surprised at how early Dylan, our guest drummer on the last couple of tours and the future tours, really like takes very fucking good care of himself. He goes to sleep at a decent hour and he wakes up at a decent hour and he like just is a healthy person. And that is a very refreshing and unusual thing to learn about somebody on tour.
Yeah,
is a cool thing.
That was sort of like my next question. I mean, how hard is it to sort of maintain your fitness and especially your voices? You just not talk after a gig, or what do you do to wind down?
In terms of fitness, I think we have like a pretty healthy rider. So we have actually no alcohol on our rider, and we have like I have like a chicken breast and like salad as the food that I would like to eat during the day. We usually try to like walk around the city, see something nice. So we just get, at least get our steps in. The guys are like carrying gear and stuff. So they, you get your lifting in. I don't do that because, for vocal reasons actually, but, because I don't want to, but, mostly for vocal reasons. But I really try to just drink enough water in the morning when I wake up. I do some like light warm-ups because inevitably I didn't sleep enough. And then usually I just try not to talk too much during the day. And then after the show, I'll do like a good warm-up. And then after the show, take maybe 15 minutes to just be quiet. And then I like to socialize afterwards.
Yeah.
So
that was my next question as well, actually. Meet and greets. Because you've been on the stage and everything, you still manage to yourself, Adrian, and that manage to get out and talk, or you just sort of yes, no sort of answers to people?
It really depends. Like with these last couple shows with Camelot, it was only 4 shows actually, so we were not having to, like ration our energy and time so much as if it were like a 30-day tour or a 6-week tour. So I think actually every night we went out at, sort of towards the end of Camelot show, and we stayed and talked to every single fan that came up to the merch table, took photos and everything. And I personally, at least, I really love when we get the chance to do that. But when you're going to be doing like 17 shows in a row with no days off, it's a little tougher because you do have to, same thing with the fitness, same thing with staying hydrated. Like you have to be really on it, intentional and proactive about your rest. Otherwise you will crash and burn. And it just, it's, if anything, like none of us are really like working out on tour or like going on runs or anything, because it is so much more about paying attention to when you're resting and recovering so that you can give a great show every night.
Yeah. Also, the meet and greets are really, really good for that because you're not like, it's usually in a quiet space. Sometimes we like to have them at like the cafe next to the venue, for example.
Yeah.
And so like we can talk to people and we're not like yelling over somebody playing blast beats like in the venue, for example.
Yeah.
But also like usually for the meet and greets, people don't show up drunk, so they're not like breathing their germs in your face.
Yeah.
But, like, could you imagine going on these like a 17 shows in a row kind of thing and like hugging every single person? Like what are the chances that I would get sick because somebody was like, hey, and how am I supposed to sing?
It's bad enough going on public transport, isn't it, kid? But like some shows one after another, yeah,
it's like hanging out on public transport.
Yeah.
The other cool thing about the meet and greets is that, I mean, it is paid, so it does support us directly, and that's cool. But the other thing is that that creates a little bit of a paywall barrier between certain kinds of people versus certain people that are really there because they enjoy what we do and they like connecting with the music. You'd be so surprised how many people just are like, showing up sloppy drunk, like, are you single? Yeah, you want to drink? Like, and it's those kind of people aren't willing to pay to do that, but the ones that are really there,
they're the people we want to honor with our time.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Those are the people we want to really, give a piece of our time and energy to, and not waste it or waste our voices on people that aren't even going to remember that they talked to us the next day.
Totally understand that, man. All right. So if there was a heavy metal song about yourself, like a made up heavy metal song, what would it be called?
About us?
Yeah, about yourself. Like each of you is a made up heavy metal song.
I think all of them are.
Like all the songs that we
all of our songs pretty much.
All right.
Wait, let's see if we can actually answer. Not with some Spires.
We're gonna try this.
No cheating.
What about Forever?
That's a good one.
Would it just be Forever from Camelot?
It might be.
It might just be.
At least for me, that's a real good one.
Yeah.
Or probably a Sasha song, man.
Yeah. Oh, what about Breeze?
Breeze is a good one.
Aww.
Yeah, that might be yours.
Yeah, or Poet in the Pendulum. But I think Forever and Breeze. Do you know these songs?
I do actually. Yes, I do. Yes. Breeze, I know what you're talking about. That's good. I do. Yes. All right. That's good answers. So, I'm going to ask you next.
That was a good question. You haven't been asked that one before.
That's a really good question.
Try and mix them up a little bit, like.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes, this one then. So I think this is possibly your career highlight so far, the new album. But up to this album, what would you say has been your career highlight so far?
Besides this album?
I have a personal one that was like, all right, game over, I did it.
I also have a personal one.
Okay,
you go first.
I'll go first. So we toured with Dragon Force a few years ago, and there was one night, I believe we were in Chicago or somewhere very near Chicago, because a friend of mine, my number one influence as a guitar player, Michelangelo Badio, came out to the show to do the jam with Dragon Force, and there was a moment kind of either before or after our show that it was me, Michelangelo Badio, Gus G from Firewind and Ozzy Osbourne, either Herman or Sam from Dragon Force sitting around, and that, like, for some reason, I don't even know how it came up, but they just started talking about how good of a player I am, and like I was like, okay, like these monsters are sitting around me. I'm like at the table as an equal to some degree, like not that I feel that way, but that was the kind of conversation we were having, and I was just okay, nobody can fuck with me now.
I was so proud, a proud singer.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, that was a great day. Your turn.
Mine was 2 years ago. Was last year? 2 years ago. Must have been 2 years. When did we play Prog Power?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. We played Prog Power in the US. And Conception also played Prog Power. And we have the song This God Is Dead, which features Roy Khan, who is my favorite singer. He joined us on stage, and just meeting him after being a fan for so long and being so deeply influenced by his artistry, basically. The whole experience of working with him was my nobody can fucking say shit to me anymore because fuck you. and the fact that he was such a nice and like respectful person who he also spoke to us like as equals, and I mean, I can't even, it was probably the same feeling you had.
Not only that, but like he actually, I mean, we just like hung out a lot for fun that weekend. Like it wasn't like, he's doing the show and then he fucks off and we never see him. Like we went to sushi like multiple times the day after their headlining show.
We like hung out like in the courtyard of the hotel, like not the Prog Power hotel, but like the Artist Hotel away. Yeah. And it was just like us.
Just we stayed there until the sun was up with him and some of his band, like just talking about life and art and all kinds of stuff. It was really, really fun. Yeah. That's another great career highlight moment.
And they said they don't normally like to hang out.
Yeah.
So they didn't have to do that. I was like, wow.
Yeah. I think those are the best moments, like shows are fantastic all the time. Meeting fans are fantastic all the time, but it's really like those moments of connecting with other artists who understand what you're doing and understand
like meeting your people, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's what we all really want, is like human connection. And
Absolutely. That's so cool. Right, so now can you tell me then, what was the last song you listened to today?
Oh, I can tell you because it's probably still pulled up on my phone.
Same here.
A song called Black Bear by Whitechapel.
All right, okay.
Yeah, cool. Super heavy riff. I'm very much like I have a vast collection of songs and I'm constantly hitting shuffle kind of a guy. So, yeah.
Mine was Empty Way to Nowhere by Heaven's Gate, because I'm very much I have way too much repertoire to learn and I have to just revisit it every single day kind of guy. So I have a Heaven's Gate set, I think next week.
Right.
So I was putting makeup on for this interview and listening to the set. Oh, hello, the little cat bud. Oh,
you're an American.
Precious void. Hello.
He's a beautiful little cat. Yeah.
This is great.
You have to be here. Don't fuck on.
It's the best.
All right, bye bye.
This is one of my was asking me why I've got scratch marks on my back. It's the cat.
Understandable, actually. I have no questions. No further questions.
Right. If you could have superpower for one day, what would it be?
Ooh, I actually got asked this the other day in another interview. People are catching on to the fun questions. Mine, I would absolutely pick teleportation. Like I just like for convenience and also for fun, like to be able to just fuck off to the Swiss Alps for 20 minutes for the day, just to sit on a mountain and like look to the skyline, recharge, go back to work, be able to teleport objects around. So like no shipping fees for gear or anything like that. not dealing with airports on long travel, like just everything. I could see my friends anytime. That would be like game changer for my mental health and my career.
Okay, I would say the same thing, but I want to just like, I don't want to be boring and be like, oh, ditto. That's a really good one, though. I used to always say that I wanted to be a shapeshifter, but I think now I'm a little different, and I think my superpower would be I would love to be able to control time, just pause time, because that's the thing I'm lacking the most. And it would be so nice to just like be able to hit pause for like a second and have a little bit more time to like collect the scattered pieces of my brain from the ceiling before the next thing, or just to like have an extra couple of hours to sleep, or like somehow like hit pause but still have the people around me before they have to go away, or before I have to go away. Yeah, that would be my choice.
Real. Okay, so nearly at the end of the interview now. Is there a song written by someone else that you wish you had written? A particular one.
A million.
Okay, but not forever.
Yeah, not forever.
Okay. Great question.
Ghost Love Score.
Oh, I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, beat you to it.
Okay, I have to pick a different one. I wish that I had written the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Well, there's 5 fast questions, yeah? So the first one is vinyl or digital?
Vinyl.
I'm definitely digital.
Okay.
I mean, for consuming digital. But
beer or pizza?
Pizza.
Pizza.
All right, my brain's just gone dead now because I wasn't going to do this. My brain's gone dead. Shit.
Would you like us to elaborate? Or
No. Let's go. Small intimate gig.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Festival or small intimate gig?
Oh, festival for me. Yeah. Big.
Fun.
And usually all of our friends are there.
And dressing room.
Yes. And catering.
Awesome. Are you guys saints or sinners?
Yes.
Yes. Work hard, play hard.
Right there you go.
Best of
and
both
the
worlds.
final one's really important, right? So, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, or Kermit the Frog?
Oh my God, Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Kermit rocks. Right, we're running out of time here. I want to thank you so much for the time today. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
We just to say that we love them. We love you. Thank you so much for the support in every way. Nothing beats a friend telling you to listen to something. That's something that like no Google ad, no YouTube bullshit. That is like nothing compared to a friend saying, I think you would really like the new Spires album. Let's sit down and listen to it together. I think so. If you like to support us, this is so fucking important. We always appreciate it, and we can't wait to see you. And we hope to come to the UK ASAP.
Yeah, none of what we do happens without you guys, and we love seeing your faces in the crowd. We love meeting you. So we can't wait to be back, see you again, and have a great exchange between all of us.